I chant eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I wreck the mic like a pimp's hose. Here's how it goes. I am a genius. I mean this. I shape this. You'll tape this. I'm kind of fiendish. You wish that you could come into my neighborhood, meaning my mental state. Still, I'm 5'8". Woo! Barz of the Titans, yo. Catch it at the end of the show. Let's go.
Vibe with me. Walk with a nigga, man. Vibe with me. Yo, gather round.
Gather round, hustlers. That's if you're still living. And get on down to this old J rhythm. Here's a couple of jewels to help you get through your bit in prison. A ribbon in the sky, keep your head high. Young Vito, voice of the young people, mouthpiece for hustlers. I'm back, motherfuckers. Your reign on the top was shorter than leprechauns. You can't fuck with Hove. What type of X you're on? Oh, man. Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Onslaught Tree. Back at y'all with another episode of 16 Bars. Don't forget how we always start each and every episode. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go on down, hit subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think about the channel, what you think about this episode, and what you want to see next. Yo, listen, this is it, man. Anniversary edition, Blueprint, Jay-Z, 6th studio album, physical copy. The cover's up in there. You got the covers over there. Physical copy. All right. We just got into it. Y'all just heard the piece of the first verse off of the first song, which is called The Ruler's Back. I'm going to go back just a little bit, give y'all another piece of this. Hold on. He said, yo, your reign on the top was shorter than leprechauns. Y'all can't fuck with Hove. What type of X y'all on? And if you didn't catch that, that's a little subliminal towards DMX. DMX was hot. Remember, DMX came out with his first album, second album, and then Jadakiss had some slight beef with Hove. DMX got into it too. So there you have it, man. I got great lawyers for cops, so dress warm. Charges don't stick to dude. He's Teflon. Woo! Listen, this album was released on September 11th, 2001. So very sad day for this country, for the world. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people remember this album, because it was, what happened that day. And Jay still went ahead, had the album released on that day. So we're going to move into some of our favorite tracks off of this album, give it a review. So we're going to jump right into track number 2, man. Track number 2 is called The Takeover. And then this is when Jay came at your boy Nas and came at Mobb Deep and all them. We're going to give y'all verse 2 off of this track here. This is track 2. This is called Takeover. So Jay goes, yo, I don't care if you're Mobb Deep. I hold triggers to cruise. You little fuck, I got money stacks bigger than you. When I was pushing weight back in 88, you was a ballerina. I got the pictures. I seen you. Woo. Rest in peace to Prodigy, man. First and foremost. Rest in peace to Bandana P. Jay had a lot of respect for P, man. Before P's passing, Jay talked about P was one of his favorite rappers. At that time, though, he never said that. But shout out to P. But this was, if you don't remember, this happened when Jay went to Summer Jam. Jay went to Summer Jam, had the billboard up, and had the picture of P in this. Let me bring that piece back for y'all again. Let me bring that back for y'all. I don't care if you're Mobb Deep. I hold triggers to cruise. You little fuck, I got money stacks bigger than you. When I was pushing weight back in 88, you was a ballerina. I got the pictures. I seen you. Then you dropped shook ones. Switch your demeanor. Well, we don't believe you. You need more people. Rockefeller, students of the game, we passed the class. Nobody can read you dudes like we do. So Jay went all that Mobb Deep in this, on that second verse, man. Third verse, though, he had to give your boy Escobar something too. Let's get into verse 3. Verse 3, Takeover. I know you miss it, Nas, the fame. But along with celebrity comes about 70 shots to your frame. Chigga, you were lame. You were the model for Carl Kanai and Esco ads. Went from Nasty Nas to Esco's trash. And remember back then, clothing line was different. So when he said Carl Kanai was a clothing line. Esco, what was it called? Esco had a clothing line too. So they had a cluster. Let me bring that back. You were the model for Carl Kanai and Esco ads. Went from Nasty Nas to Esco's trash. Had a spark when you started, but now you're just garbage. Fell from top 10 to not mention at all. To your bodyguard's Uchiwali verse better than yours. Ooh. Oof. Uchiwali was that joint though. Uchiwali is a fire track, man. Yo, no disrespect, Jay. Uchiwali was a fire track. Yo, let's keep going. Matter of fact, you had the worst flow on the whole fucking song. But I know the sun don't shine, then sun don't shine. That's why you're lame. Careers come to an end. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend. Jigga, you ain't live it. You witnessed it from your folks' pad and scribbled in your notepad and created your life. I showed you your first tech on tour with Large Professor. Then I heard your album about your tech on the dresser. If you don't know, Large Professor and Nas did a lot of stuff to Large Professor, DJ for Nas, and they even have that classic song, Live at the Barbecue with Nas in there. Let me bring that piece back for y'all, man. I showed you your first tech on tour with Large Professor. Then I heard your album about your tech on the dresser. So yeah, I sampled your voice. You was using it wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. And you ain't get a coin, Jigga. You was getting fucked in. I know who I paid, God. Search Life Publishing. That's Lord Professor's record label. I believe that's Lord Professor's record label, Search Life Records. Search Life Publishing. Use your brain. You've been in the 10. I've been in it 5. Smarten up, Nas. 4 album in 10 years, Jigga. I could divide. That's one every, let's say 2. 2 of them shits was due. One was the other was Illmatic. That's a one hot album every 10-year average. Hold up. Whole view, my man, but nah, you're wrong on this one. 4 albums in 10 years. So he talking about Illmatic, It Was Written, I Am, I Am, and Nostradamus. Okay? So he says 2 of them shits was due. Okay, if you're talking about Nostradamus, maybe. I Am was a good album. One was the other was Illmatic. So you saying It Was Written was come on, Hove. Now you're bugging. One was the other was Illmatic. It Was Written was in my opinion, It Was Written is a better album than Illmatic. Hit me in the comments if you want to. But yo, let's get into it, man. Let's drop a piece of this right here. This track is called The Takeover. This is Hove coming at both Mobb Deep and your boy Nas, yo.
Hey, little soldier, you ain't ready for war. ROC too strong for y'all. It's like bringing a knife.
ROC too strong for y'all. Yo, listen. The Source gave this album the blueprint. The Source gave this album 5 mics, yo. So, pretty good reviews when this album came out. Source was a very well-known. Well, is the Source still out? The Source is pretty still out, right? I know Double XL is still out, but the Source was reputable, so they gave them 5 mics, which was pretty cool. We're gonna move into track number 3. Track number 3 is called Izzo, and this track is produced by Kanye West, man. So yo, we're gonna get into verse 2. This is verse 2 on Izzo. So Jay goes, yo, I do it for my culture to let them know what a jigger look like when a jigger in a roaster. Show them how to move in a room full of vultures. Industry is shady. It need to be taken over. There's so much to unpack in that little piece right there. So in them days, back in these days, rappers were getting raped left and right with what they're getting paid for their albums, their advances, their publishings, their royalties. So Jay is just giving you an idea of being there in the boardroom with these guys. So he's saying, I do it for my culture, to let them know what a jigger look like, what a jigger's in a roaster. Show them how to move in a room full of vultures. The industry is shady. It need to be taken over. And that's not really a shot at Eminem, but you got to remember, at this time, Eminem was selling bananas amounts of albums. So Eminem was selling like crazy. So he says, industry is shady. It need to be taken over, which is just a double entendre for the industry is shady. It need to be taken. Oh, man, let's move on, yo. Label owners hate me. I'm raising the status quo up. I'm overcharging jiggers for what they did to the Cold Crush. Pay us like you owe us for all the years that you hold us. We could talk, but money talk. So talk more bucks. Oh, man, that's, again, he's just giving you how the industry is doing it to them. And he's just letting them know, like, yo, look, industry is shady. It need to be taken over. Label owners hate me. I'm raising the status quo up. I'm overcharging jiggers for what they did to the Cold Crush. Pay us like you owe us for all the years that you hold us. We could talk, but money talk. Let's talk more bucks. Yo, listen, when this album came out, first week sales, yo. First week sales. What y'all think first week sales were? Let me give y'all a few seconds to drop into the comment section. What y'all think first week sales was? Jay, September 11th. First week sales, 427,000 copies, yo. Almost 500,000 in the first week. Big numbers, man. Big numbers. The Blueprint did crazy numbers, man. Let's move on. One of my favorite tracks on this album. This track is actually my ringtone for my phone. This is track number 6. This track is called You Don't Know. I'm going to give you verse 1. This is verse 1 off of this track right here. So Jay goes, yo, I'm from the streets where the hood could swallow him and bullets will follow him. And there's so much coke that you could run asylum. And cops comb the streets top to bottom and say that we are prone to violence, but it's home sweet home. Oof. Let me pause right there, man. This Blueprint album, Jay was one of the things Jay was doing with this album is Jay was giving people that's not from the hood a look into the life in the hood. So if you were not from these areas or you don't know this type of lifestyle, when you listen to this album, listen to the things that Jay is talking about in this album, how he's picturing things that's going on in this album, he's giving you sort of a visual representation of what goes on in the hood. Let me bring that back for you. I'm from the streets where the hood could swallow him and bullets will follow him. And there's so much coke that you could run asylum. And cops comb the street, comb this shit top to bottom and say that we are prone to violence, but it's home sweet home. Where personalities clash and chrome meets chrome. Personalities clash. People's personalities clashing. Chrome meets chrome. People killing each other. The coke prices up and down like it's Wall Street, Holmes. But this is worse than the Dow Jones. Your brain is now blown. All over that brown brome. One slip, you are now gone. Welcome to hell where you are welcome to sell. But when them shells come, you better return them. All scars we earn them. All cars we learn them like the back of our hand. We watch for cops hopping out the back of vans. Wear a G on my chest, I don't need Dapper Dan. Woo! Ooh. Wear a G on my chest, I don't need Dapper Dan. That's he's talking about. If you go back and look at the Eric B. and Rakim album, on the Eric B. and Rakim album, the album cover, Eric B. and Rakim, they're wearing custom-made Gucci jackets. Okay? Dapper Dan, if you don't know who Dapper Dan is a legendary stylist, and he started doing a lot of custom-made Gucci back in the days. So while Dapper Dan was making the custom-made Gucci, you know Gucci has the G sign. So Jay says, we watch for cops hopping out the back of vans. Wear a G on my chest, I don't need Dapper Dan. This ain't a sewn outfit, Holmes. Holmes is about it. This ain't a sewn... Oh, man. Yo, let me give you all a piece of this. This track is track number 6. This track is called You Don't Know. Let's get it, y'all.
From the streets with a hood to swallow on me. Bullets will follow on me. There's so much coke that you can...
Ooh, that you could run a slalom. Ooh. So, yo, a little while ago, I told y'all, first week sales, Jay did 427,000 copies. Billboard 200, all right? Billboard 200 album clocked in at number 1 on the Billboard 200. It's expected, man. It's Hova. This is like this was actually his, I believe, his 4th number 1 album consecutively. So Billboard 200, first week, number 1. All right, let's move on, man. Track number 8. Oh my God, another one of my favorite tracks. Very soulful track. This track is produced by Kanye West again. And shout out to Kanye West and Just Blaze, man. Just Blaze and Kanye West did their thing on this album, but Kanye did a lot of the heavy lifting on this album. So this is the old Kanye. The old Kanye. This song is called Heart of the City, and I'm going to give you all the first verse off of this song right here. So, yo, Jay goes, yo. First, the Fat Boys break up. Now, every day I wake up, somebody got a problem with Hove. What's up, y'all jiggers all fed up because I got a little cheddar and my record's moving out the store? Young fucks spitting at me. Young rappers getting at me. My jigger big predicted the shit exactly. More money, more problems, gotta move carefully. Cause people hate when you making money like athletes. Youngins ice grilling me. Oh, you're not feeling me? Fine, it costs you nothing. Pay me no mind. Listen. That piece right there goes to a lot of you people on the internet, man. A lot. Not yo, I ain't talking about yo. Yo cool. Let me bring that back. He said, youngins ice grilling me. Oh, you're not feeling me? Fine, it costs you nothing. Pay me no mind. Look, I'm on my grind, cousin. Ain't got time for frontin'. Sensitive thugs, y'all all need hugs. Damn, little man, I'm just trying to do me. If the record's 2 mil, I'm just trying to move 3. Oh, man. Almost past halfway through the album, and it's nothing but bangers on this album. The verses, very instrumental verses, a lot of street talk in the verses, a lot of knowledge being given by Jay on the verses. And again, remember, this album dropped on September 11th. So when Jay went into touring, started to tour for this album, I think he did like a few tour dates. He actually donated $1 off of every ticket. So every ticket that was sold, he donated $1 off of every ticket to charity that was helping around the time of 9/11 and stuff. So shout out for Jay for that. I know he talked about it in Blueprint 2. He said it in one of the songs, but if you didn't know, that's one of the things that Jay did around September 11th to help with the tragedy here in New York City. All right, so yeah, we're going to move into the next track we're going to talk about. This is track number 11. This track is called All I Need. And I love this track, man. One of my favorite tracks again, too. This track just, it hits home with a lot of the words, the thing he's saying in there. And let me give it to y'all, man. Let me give it to y'all. Now, understand we can't be stopped from blowing sister sweets out of candy drops. like the underground kings, riding dirty. A Jigga been focused since he said hard at 30. Woo! He said, yo, like the underground kings, riding dirt. The Underground Kings was the name of the album from UGK, and he's talking about the Underground Kings. UGK was the Underground Kings, all right? And UGK also made the song Riding Dirt. Oh, let me bring that back. Now understand we can't be stopped from blowing Swisher Sweets out of candy drops. Like we underground kings riding dirty. Jigga been focused since I said hard at 30. Youngins can't watch and observe me. Better watch closely. Let's move on. Had 4 singles. All right. Single number 1, H to the Izzo. Single number 2 was Girls, Girls, Girls. Single number 3 was Jigga, That Jigga. And single number 4 was the classic song called Song Cry. All right. We're going to move into the final song we're going to talk about on this album. This song is called Renegade. One of my favorite J verses. Yeah. Well, these 2 verses are pretty ill, but I'm going to give you all the first verse. J first verse. This is track number 12. This track is called Renegade. So he goes, yo. Motherfuckers say that I'm foolish. I only talk about jewels. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? That's super facts. That is super facts. Do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? A lot of y'all skim through music, man. Let me bring that back. Verse 1, Renegade. Motherfuckers say that I'm foolish. I only talk about jewels. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? See, I'm influenced by the ghetto you ruined. The same dude you gave nothing, I made something doing what I do through and through. And I gave you the news with a twist. It's just his ghetto point of view. The renegade, you've been afraid. I penetrate pop culture. Bring him a lot closer to the block where they pop toasters and they live with their moms. Got drop roasters from botched robberies. Jiggers crotched over. Mommy's knocked up because she wasn't watched over. Woo! Oh, man. So like I said earlier in the episode, Jay is painting a lot of pictures for people that don't understand or has never been to the hood or been to neighborhoods or been to places like he's living in. Okay, so a lot of the pictures he's painting when he says bring him a lot closer to the block where they pop, guns is on the block, pop toasters, and live with their moms and live with their moms. Got drop roasters from botched robberies, jiggers crushed over, stolen cars from robberies. Mommy's knocked up because she wasn't watched over. Maybe she didn't have a father or mother figure, so she got knocked up. Knocked down by some clown when child support knocked. No, he's not around. Now, how that sound to you? Jot it down. I bring you through the ghetto without riding round. Woo! I bring you to the ghetto without riding round. My music is bringing you into the ghetto without you having to come and ride. Let me bring that back again. No, he's not around. Now, how that sound to you? Jot it down. I bring you through the ghetto without riding round, hiding down, ducking strays from frustrated youths stuck in their ways. Just Reggae Magazine that fucked up my day. How you rate music that thugs with nothing relate to it. I help them sue their way through it, not you. Can step in my pants, can walk in my shoes. But everything you worked, you lose your tie and your shirt. The pictures that Jay is painting on this track right here is just amazing, man. I want to give y'all the verse number 3. This is his second verse on the track. This is verse number 3. So Jay goes, yo, I had to hustle my back to the wall, ashy knuckles, pockets filled with a lot of lint, not a cent, got a vent, lot of innocent lives lost on the project bench. What you hollering? Gotta pay rent, bring dollars in, by the bodega, iron under my coat, feeling braver. Do-rag wrapping my waves up, pockets full of hope. Oh. Pockets full of hope. So the drugs in his pocket, that's his hope to get a better. You bring that back for y'all. Pockets filled with a lot of lint, not a cent, got a vent. Lot of innocent lives lost on the project bench. What you hollering? Gotta pay rent, bring dollars in. By the bodega, iron under my coat, feeling braver. Do-rag wrapping my waves up, pockets full of hope. Do not step to me, I'm awkward, I box lefty. And often my pops left me, and often my mama wasn't home. And often my pops left me, and often mama wasn't home. Could not stress to me I wasn't grown. Especially on nights I brought something home to quiet the stomach rumblings. My demeanor, 30 years my senior. My childhood didn't mean much, only raising green up. Raising my fingers to critics. Raising my head to the sky. Big, I did it, multi before I die. No lie, just know I chose my own fate. I drove by the fork in the road and went straight. Yo, listen, man. That's the end of the album, but there's more. But there are bonus tracks on this album. You know, when you first bought this album, right, and you took the album home, and you looked at it like, see right there? Yeah. So when you play through it, you get all the bonus tracks on there. So bonus track, Mama Loves Me. Bonus track, Lyrical Exercise. Bonus track, Girls, Part 2. All right, so that's it, man. End of the album. Shout out to Jay. We're going to get into rating of the bars right now. Let's go. Rating of the bars. We're back. Let's go. Listen. Let's not even play around. This week. I know we had some albums up and down. Let's not even play around this week. Listen. Shout out to Just Blaze and Kanye West once again. This album brought the soulful samples to a different level. I'm not saying we weren't doing soul samples before this album came out, but the production from Kanye and the production from Just on this album, the way this took soul sample to a whole new level, and it also took Kanye and Just Blaze's career to a whole new level. So shout out to Kanye, shout out to Just Blaze on this. The production was crazy on point on this album. The bars, these are some of Jay's best bars that he's ever dropped, Joe. At this time when this album came out, Reasonable Doubt was one of my favorite albums, if not the favorite album. After this took bars was on point. Very memorable album. You could play this album back to forth, and if you had this album back then, if you grew up with this album, you probably know this album word for word verbatim. So very memorable album. A lot of classic songs on there. You can go through the whole album. If not all the songs are classic, there's a lot of classic songs on there that you can play right now. And this album has one of the greatest diss tracks of all time. Takeover is one of the top 3 diss songs of all time. All right, so classic diss track on there, perfect length. All right, the album was just over 60 minutes. It's about 69 minutes on there, but The regular album, the 12 tracks, was right there on point. The bonus tracks was extra. Shout out to the bonus tracks also. This album aged very well. I can still pop this album in, listen to this album from front to back. Shout out to Jay, Blueprint. Happy anniversary to the Blueprint. This album right here, this gets a 5 out of 5, y'all. We ain't even playing with y'all today. 5 out of 5. Classic. If you don't have this in your catalog, man, I'm coming in. Let's get into the final segment of the show, man. Barz of the Titans. Let's go. Barz of the Titans, yo. Let's get into it, man. Yo, this week, Barz of the Titans, we going with another classic, yo. Rest in peace to Guru. First of all, rest in peace. This song is from Gangstar. This song is called DWYCK, and this is Gangstar featuring Nice and Smooth, all right? We're going to give you a Gangstar verse. This is verse 2. Excuse the lyrics because Gangstar's wordplay on this is crazy, all right? Let's get into it. Gangstar goes, yo. Guru goes, yo. Guru goes. I chant eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I wreck the mic like a pimp's hose. Here's how it goes. I am a genius. I mean this. I shape this. You'll tape this. I'm kind of fiendish. You wish that you could come into my neighborhood, meaning my mental state. Still, I'm 5'8". Crazy as I wanna be, cause I make it orderly. You could say I'm sort of the boss, so get lost. The brother who will make you change opinions, dominions. I'm in them when it's time to kick shit from the heart. Plus I get a piece of the action. Feeling satisfaction from the street crowd reaction. Chumps pull guns when they feel afraid. Too late when they dip in and kick it, they get sprayed. Lemonade was a popular drink and it still is. I get more props and stunts than Bruce Willis. Ooh. Yo, let's get it, man. Yo, this is DWYCK. This is Guru. This is Barz of the Titans. Thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this Barz of the Titans, yo. It's your boy, on Slow Tree. Rest in peace, Guru. We up out of here. Pow!
I chant eeny, meeny, miny, mo.